Hey everyone, this is Logan, and this is my voice 2 months on T. Please excuse the dick shelf behind me and the fact that I am on my phone because my webcam is broken again on my laptop. But I wanted to give an update because on the 9th I was 2 months on T, and I wanted to kind of talk about the changes and also about the application of Axiron, which I've been on the last month. So, looks like this. There's this cap with this applicator, and it's a silicone removable piece. Basically, for my dosing, I do one pump under each armpit each morning. It so far it's been great for me. Like compared to the Androderm, I don't have any skin irritation at all. No like energy highs and things like that. The only downside that I see for me personally using Axiron is that you have to make sure that you like wash all of the tea off before you're gonna like let somebody else touch you. So that is kind of inconvenient. It's not, it's, with the patches, I didn't have to worry about that. But it kind of works out with my schedule anyway. Like, there's not, I like shower when I get home from work. So it hasn't been a huge deal, but it is something I'm like aware of because I don't want to accidentally transfer it to anyone. Um, some of the, obviously, my voice has changed. It's slowly getting deeper. It has kind of been sore lately. Like it feels really tight. I'm starting to get an Adam's apple, and my voice cracks all the time. It is so embarrassing. Like if I get excited about anything, it just starts squeaking, and it's really embarrassing. It's cute, it's fun, but it's really embarrassing. Um, I also have hair everywhere now, which I did not expect only being 2 months in. Most of my friends who have been on T like didn't really start seeing a lot of hair growth until maybe like 3 or 4 months. But I have tiny little hairs like all over my chest. My thighs are like completely covered with like thin hairs, but they're like long. Um, there's just hair everywhere. Then I can just tell already that I'm gonna be super hairy, considering like just genetics. I'm gonna be really hairy. I already have like 5 random chin hairs, which I didn't have any like stray hairs on my face prior to T. I didn't really have any hairs above my elbows or above my knees. Um, Not even like peach fuzz. So now I have tiny hairs all over the back of my arms. Like it's coming in on my back. There's just little hairs all over the place. So it's exciting. It's a little bit weird to wake up with new hairs every day, but it's a thing. Also on my list, muscles. When I go to work out, I can work out more frequently for longer and up my weights way more quickly than I could pre-T, and that's exciting, I suppose. I went a little hard a couple days ago and hurt my leg, but other than that, things have been great. Um, Other physical changes besides like the hair and the muscles, I have I've had like a lot of bottom growth like early, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I can't tell if I just was like an early bloomer with that and just like grew a lot really quickly and then just kind of like stopped, but that's a thing still, which I'm not worried about. It's probably my favorite changes so far. Mentally, I feel a lot different. Like a lot different, like as a person, which I've been working through a lot. I've been having to grapple with new forms of privilege. I also have been passing probably like I don't know, like 25% of the time, which I didn't pass at all prior to tea. So just the social changes have been a lot for me. Um, I enjoy it, but it's just a lot of like mental processing of like who I am, like as a non binary trans person that will eventually pass as like a white male who's in like a hetero relationship. So that's been interesting. It hasn't been a problem. It's just things to think about. Mood and energy has been stable. I no longer have like extreme highs where I need to like run. I'm just like chill all the time. Not super tired. I can get through the day. I have been waking up earlier. I'm not struggling to like be awake now, which is great. Um, my relationship's going really well, like with the transition. There haven't been any issues with that like some people have experienced so far. Like she's really she's really great. And so she's been accepting of all the things that come with transitioning and just we talk a lot about it. So I don't think that it has really had any stress like on our relationship whatsoever. Which is great. My therapist wrote me a letter last month. So I do have an official letter that I did not use to get tea in the first place, which I know some people think that you have to have a letter to get tea. You do not. You do not. And I didn't know that until I was already at Equitas and they were like, oh, yeah, we do informed consent, whatever. So I did get a letter if in the future I want to do top surgery, bottom surgery, etc. I've actually, since being on T, am less dysphoric about my chest, which is weird. I thought that it would be the opposite. I thought that being on T and like being read as male in some spaces would make me like more like hating the like female parts of my body, but it hasn't worked like that. I feel a lot more confident. I generally don't wear a shirt at home or like outside at all, which has been different. But yeah, I feel pretty good about all those things. Potentially, like more thoughts about bottom surgery have definitely been existing prior to T, just because like now that I have a lot of bottom growth, things are just different, and thinking about like pleasure and like passing in bathrooms and like other things. I've been thinking more about meta than fallow. So anyway, just wanted to give a quick update. This is my 2 months and I'll be making another one next month. Thanks.